Now they say when one door closes, another one opens. I'm Johnny Garage Johnson, and this is Hardcore Garage. Thursday morning and there's trucks that need looked at, so we gotta go see them. Let's go. Got about an hour ride, and I really need to stop by this little place right here one day because I drive by it all the time, and you'll see what I'm saying.
Never see it move. We got rust here on the cab corner a little bit. That don't look bad. Huh? I said that don't look bad. There's a little rust on that cab corner over there. Looks like it's had some work to the fuel pump. No spare. So what exactly did we get? Let's turn this camera around here and check it out. All right, this morning we picked up a 93 X cab, long cab, extended cab, club coupe, whatever other names that there are for them. Chevy. 4.3 auto, AC, power, everything except for seats, cruise control, all that good stuff. And she looks fairly good, honestly. There's a dent right there that you can see. It's kind of starts about right there, and she's pushed in a little bit right there. As far as damage to the bed, that is really all I can see. All of it looks good. And as far as major rust, if we want to call it that, this is definitely going to be some major rust here. It's not all the way through yet. And then the bottoms of the doors, I got a little bit of rust up there on the outside. But look at that. Nice. 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 Not even going to show you the inside just yet. We're still walking around here, looking at everything. Hood's good. Grill's good. Rockers are all good. That cab corner, look at that. The bed. Bottom's down there. Let's look up under here. Looks pretty good too, huh? Same with the rocker here. All looks real nice. As far as the interior, got some factory floor mats. It's the light gray. So I didn't really like that because the light gray gets dirty real easy, but we're going to clean it up and roll with it. Being the 93, it also has the gray everywhere that I like, other than here, of course. Got the tall center console, 4-wheel drive console, which this is a 2-wheel drive. And she's got some stains. Hopefully my guy will be able to get this out of here. This side's pretty bad. But that dash, guys, I didn't see a single crack on that dash. It is immaculate. Very, very nice 93 dash. Extended cab. I'm breathing all hard. Some junk in here to get rid of. Both the seats look good. Cruise control works. Has a little bit of a rough idle. I'll tell you the story. So last night, perusing Marketplace like I do 55 times a day, I found this S10 and it said runs, but the motor is loud. I'm like, okay, we'll see what, the price was right. So we talked to him, said we'd be up. Well, this morning as we're this morning as we are on our way, I pull the ad back up and the ad says needs a new motor or motor needs rebuild or something like that. I'm like, and it shows that it was edited. So I'm like, what? That's pretty lame. Why didn't you say something to me, or why did you all of a sudden change it anyway? So we go ahead and go on up there and talk to the lady and look all around the truck, and she hands me the keys, says you can start it up if you want to. And I just stuck them in the ignition. I'm not going to start a car until I make sure everything looks good and got oil and, antifreeze, all that good stuff. So we all look around it and she says, yeah, somebody came last night and said that they listened to it and said, yeah, it definitely needed a new motor or needed rebuilt. So Dad and I just kind of climb all over it and look for the rust first, and anything that we can kind of evaluating price is really what I'm doing anyway. When I'm walking around, I'm adding up prices of if worst case scenario, if I got to strip this thing and sell it, how much can I make? So anyway, we get over and the motor looks really nice. It's dry underneath. Got a lot of lube as far as like front end and stuff like that. A little bit of leaks on the transmission. I could see some oil there, but as far as the bottom of the engine was dry. So that was a good sign. Sort of. Pull the dipstick. There's not a bit of oil in it. I'm like, oh, it was loud, huh? So the lady's, she's standing there and I'm like, I'm not even going to try to start it unless you guys got some oil. So she goes and starts just pulling oil, partial cans of oil out of here and there. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, some oil is better than no oil, regardless if it's the right weight or anything. So I think we put some 1030, some 530, some 1040, some 30 weight, a little bit of everything in it, really, guys. But did that, and as we're kind of looking around when she's trying to find oil, one of the spark plug wires was off on the driver's side, and it was just jammed down in the brake wire, or brake tube coil that's right off your master cylinder. It was just sticking in there. I'm like, well, that would make it run pretty rough too, unless this dude that looked at it last night pulled the wire just to screw with him. I don't know. Maybe he was going to try to come back today and offer him less. But anyway, pop the wire back on, put some oil in it, and Dad drove it home. Does it run perfect? No. It looked like there may have been some oil in the antifreeze. Hopefully not. We're going to go ahead and flush everything and see how it looks. Might need a head gasket, I guess, would probably be the better than a cracked block. But it honestly, if I think if there was any kind of cracks or anything like that, there would have been some kind of seepage on that block, and there wasn't. So anyway, let's start this thing up and you guys can hear it run, and we'll go from there. We're going to pull it in the garage right after that and rip it apart and start cleaning. Not putting my feet even on the pedals. A little bit of gas makes it run a little better, but it's got a rough idle there. Again, who knows when plug wires or plugs was ever done on this thing, so that's what we're going to do first. Still very stoked. Like I said, just the dash alone in this thing's worth $1,000. That makes me smile, seeing a nice dash. And all the gray in here instead of metallic silver. Yeah, I'm digging it. So I think what I'm going to do now is rip it all apart. Well, let me know what you think of that find, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned
for the next episode, you know what we'll be doing. We'll be ripping that thing apart and cleaning it up, making it look pretty. Y'all take it easy. Appreciate y'all following along. Keep on trucking.
Yo.